Have you ever bought something or been given something, a product, say, for example, that you weren't sure whether you'd really like all that much, but once you got it and used it, you ended up loving it, but you hate that you love it so much? Because that's the situation I'm in with the product that we're talking about today. It's a very weird one to say, innit? Like, I love this thing so much, but I hate that I love it. Like, well, how does that work? I will get onto that later. But the product we're talking about today is this. This is the Boulder EDC wallet from Artco. And Mark from Artco reached out to me a couple of months ago now, asking if he could send me something, told me to look for his website and pick something I like the look of. And this is what stood out to me the most, because it's essentially a wallet with EDC uses. And it's great. And before we go any further with this video, I just want to say that this video is not sponsored by anyone, Artco, no one at all. I am giving you my full opinion on this and nothing but the truth about what I feel about it. So take from this what you will. But let's get into it. So what you have here is essentially a piece of fabric that's been made into an EDC wallet. And on the outside, you have two pockets. In one, I keep a pen. Obviously, every EDC person needs a pen. You never know when you're going to need one. And that fits perfectly just into this little left pocket. You could put other things in there, whatever you want to put in there, maybe some lipstick or a tampon, depending on what you're into. But I keep a pen in there because I prefer pens to tampons. And then in the pocket next to it, this will have multiple use cases. What I tend to keep in here is my Big Idea Design TPT slide. It fits perfectly in there. Doesn't go all the way down to the bottom because the clip's there. So you could take the clip off it if you've got a TPT slide and you want to take the clip off, because when it's in my pocket, I don't really need the clip because it sits in my fifth pocket. But I keep the clip on there purely for when I'm using this wallet because it stops it from sinking too low down into this pocket. But you wouldn't have to keep that in there if you didn't want to, because it's the perfect size that you could keep sort of small to mid-sized everyday use pocket knife in there. I've got a few to show you that it fits in there. So, if you're like me and you're in the UK, can't carry a good knife. I'm not saying this isn't a good knife, but you can't carry the good knives. So this is the Henry from Western Goods, and this fits perfectly. Here. That fits perfectly in that pocket. Sits right at the bottom. Obviously, I've got a lanyard on there because it's a slip joint. It doesn't tend to have a pocket clip. So I don't know why slip joints don't have a pocket clip, like generally ever. I'd be more inclined to buy one and carry one in the UK if they had a pocket clip, but I generally don't because they don't. I digress. So this slip joint from Western actually fits in here really, really nicely. Fills the pocket perfectly. Little bit of wiggle room, and it's not difficult to get in and out of. It is a good fit. So that fits in there really nicely. You can also, if you're in a place where you're lucky enough to carry a decent knife, this is the Benchmade Bug Out Mini, and this also fits perfectly in here with the clip just on the outside, so it clips in place and it's not going to fall out when you've got it in your pocket or whatever. So that's always in there then, and you can pull it out nice and easy, and it just goes back in nice and easy and fits perfectly. It is a little bit tall, but it's still not poking out over the top of the wallet, which means that it's generally fine. You don't want something sticking out over the top. And you can also, if you're in the UK, obviously we've got our double detents that we can use. This is a Civivi Foldis. This fits in here very nicely, about the same sort of size as the Mini Bug Out. And then we've also got, this is probably the biggest knife you're going to fit in here. This one is the Who Knives V2. Just made a video about this, why I think it's the best UK legal pocket knife. So I'll link that up here so you can watch that if you want to. And this fits, it's a bit of a squeeze. You've got to like wiggle it around the thumb studs and stuff. And it does slightly poke out over the top of the wallet, but it's passable. Like, I would carry this like this, but that's the most that I would put in there. So those two front pockets have some very, very good uses. TPT slide back in there so I don't lose it. But that's generally what I keep in there. I've got the Big Idea Design Bolt Action Mini in titanium, brushed titanium I think it was, and then TPT slide also in titanium, because on a tie kick at the moment. I don't know what it is about tie at the moment, I'm just absolutely loving it. Anyway, onto the back, there is a pocket here for a debit card or a credit card. You could fit more than one in here, but I just use this as like a quick access pocket for my most used card. And then you've got these two buttons which clip together to fold this up and keep it in place. And then when you open this up, this is what you have on the inside. So what you have is a pocket here that you can keep cash in. Quartered cash fits perfectly. You could, if you didn't want to carry cash, you could fit a knife in there if you really wanted to. So you could maybe have like a normal pocket knife on the outside and keep the TPT slide on the inside because it's a bit slimmer, and then it won't be too bulky. But I just keep cash in there because it's a wallet. And then in here, right now, I have 5 cards, but you can see it can stretch like massive. You could probably get like 10 cards in there without it being too much. 10 cards is too much, but you know what I'm saying. So I got 5 cards in there, fits nicely. You can just get them out of there really, really easily because it stretches so much. Pick the card you want, pay for whatever shit you're buying, put them back in, fold it up, and off you go. I would really, really like to see a couple of pockets this side as well, maybe, or just like one pocket this side, just so you can spread your cards out a bit more, because I'm quite a fan of being able to access stuff like my main debit card, which is fine because I've got that on the quick access on the back, but then also like my driving license. If I need to show my ID anywhere, I'd like to be able to get to that quick without having to like, ooh, where is it? So I could put it in the back with the quick access, but it'd be nice to just be able to open it and like cards there, so I haven't got to fanny around with any other shit that's in the wallet. So that is the wallet in a whole. I'm not entirely sure what it's made out of, but it feels quite durable. I've carried it a lot. It's not faded, it's not ripped, it's been in my pocket with knives around it and all that other shit. It's been up in the mountains with me and everything, and it's great. The only thing that's ever happened is, as you can see, these buttons, one of them's shiny and one of them's not. I think last time I used this properly, I was out and it was really hot, so I think it was in my pocket, sweated a bit, and it took the like coating off this button, and now it's rusted a little bit. But that's not the end of the world at all. Like, who gives a shit about a little bit of a rusty button? Nobody. On to the reason why I hate that I love this thing. I absolutely love it because it does everything that I could possibly need a wallet to do. It's not too big, it's not too small, it fits nicely in the pocket, it's not bulky, and I can keep my pen, my TPT slide in there, and I know exactly where they are at all times. Because I normally keep my pen in my left pocket, my TPT slide in my fifth pocket, and it's like, oh, I got to go here for that and here for that. Whereas this, I can just be like, all right, cool, I can get my wallet out, get my pen out, and off I go. So it's great for that respect. And then the fact that it's just quick access for everything, nice and easy. You can get what you need in there, keep your cash in there. It's generally an almost perfect wallet. Now, the reason I hate that I love it, if you know me, I'm a fiend for a nice leather wallet. And this has been carried more than my leather wallets in recent times. And I hate that because I love leather so much. Like, I love patina, and I just feel like I'm a child carrying a piece of fabric around in my pocket. Like, you know, those old kiddie wallets that are like Velcro that have like football things on there or superheroes or whatever. So I kind of feel like that. And that's not saying that it's a bad product, because as I've said, I love it. But I wish it was leather. Now, there are leather options for these things, not from this company, from places like Hitch and Timber, for example. They have loads of leather wallet hold-all pouch things just like this that I could buy. I just never have, because I thought, I don't know if I'm going to like that. So when Mark reached out to me and wanted to send me this, I was like, yeah, sound, I'll give it a try. Like, no money spent, no harm done. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, it's a shame, but I've tried. And I do love it, so I probably will end up getting a leather one of something like this at some point. If Mark decides to do leather stuff, by all means, I'll be getting that, because if he can make this out of leather, it'll be perfect. I don't think I'd ever use a different wallet. I'm not even joking. I love this thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link for this below, and if you want to check it out or anything else that he sells so many different EDC goods on his website similar to this. So check his stuff out, show him some support, go grab yourself a nice wallet just like this, which really is kind of good for in the summer, and the fact that it's not leather, because leather can get sweaty and gross when you sweat on it. Whereas this, I suppose you could probably just chuck this in the wash if it got a bit smelly or sweaty. So that's a good side on it. I'm not sure, don't take my word for that, and don't just chuck it in the wash without checking, but you know what I mean. So go and check it out. That's it for this video. Quick little review kind of thing on this. If you got anything from it, leave a comment down below, hit the like button, and subscribe if you aren't already. If you have any suggestions on anything like this that I could try and review in the future, be sure to leave me a link or get in touch with me and tell me about it, so I can hit the company up or buy something and definitely do another review for you guys. And that is it. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you later.